Okay, that should work. I think we're live. Something more like when I clicked on it, it said I was out of storage space for that the live won't be recorded.
Oh, well, it shows live on YouTube, so
Yeah. So we're here. We are here. Welcome to Wednesday, everyone, and another episode of Ken versus 10. I'm Ken, and with me this week is Chris Cajun Reseller. What's up, Chris?
oh, not much. Trying to get back into the swing of listing everything that I got from the highway, byway, and the Highway 127 sales.
Yes, and that's what we are doing here today. Raz is here early, working on a lullaby per request. Angie Perfectly Blessed is here.
What's up, Angie, Raz,
Mr. Jack Brian from Jack's
Brian,
Treasures is here. Chris
Susan?
Susan is here. Chris is here too. Chris is
I'm here
right there,
too.
but
I
Susan
think
is
I'm.
in the chat
I think
right
I'm
there.
here.
What you having? What you having for lunch, Susan? What you having for lunch? You're at
What are you
school.
having? Mac and cheese?
I don't know what I'm having today. I'm not really sure. I haven't decided. I've just been busy like since I got up. Carolyn is here. What's up, Carolyn? So, yeah, I'm getting back into the swing of listing in general on eBay. I have kind of all but abandoned that. Pizza today.
Oh, that
Break
sounds
dancing
good.
Judy. My mother is here. My
What's up,
mom
Miss
and pop
Judy?
watching next door.
What kind of cake did
Uh,
she have for her birthday?
it was what they call like a Jello poke cake.
Okay.
Where you kind of push a thing and you put Jello in there, and then like a whipped cream top, and then my aunt Sandy had made a carrot cake as well.
Okay.
So, and ice cream, and it was a good festive fun day. For my mother's birthday was Monday, was just a couple of days ago. 80 years old. He's 80
80 years.
years old.
Young.
Yes. I had said the other night she's only halfway there now. She's going to live to be 160. Uh who has no sound? Raz. Is anybody else
Sound.
experiencing no sound from us?
I can hear you, so
Yeah. And Victoria is here. Adventures with Victoria. What is up,
what's up, Victoria?
Victoria? So, what we are doing, okay, hear me both. Sound is good. Thank you, Angie. Thank you, Victoria. My mother. So, Chris and I, over the last 2 weeks, it wasn't last week, right? But the previous 2 weeks,
Yeah.
you had traveled from down in Louisiana all the way up to Ohio following the Highway 127 sales
Yep.
and hitting through Tennessee, through Kentucky, in Ohio, and then I was looking at what pizza sounds good. We are just now eating breakfast in the car. Yeah, be safe in your travels. I assume Brian and Tracy, you are on your way back from Florida, heading down there to pick up your big Star Wars deal. I won't say much about that out because we want to watch your videos. We want to watch your videos about heading down there to pick up a big Star Wars lot. Very, very cool.
Probably coming to a whatnot near you.
A whatnot near you. Well, I know some of it is, and some of it's going to be for personal collection and
Ah,
but really, really, really cool deal that he acquired through some help from Paul Philly Flipper. So, but that's all I'm going to say about that because um, I want to see it on his channel. Let him tell the story. Eating a $3 Whopper from Burger King for lunch. Deal day on BK app. Man, I
oh.
haven't had Burger King for a while. I did have McDonald's the other day, and do like one of those
Why did you,
$5.
you wanted the collector cups?
No, I didn't even know anything about collector's cups. I saw somebody doing a little Instagram or whatever, a post. I forget who that was.
I think it was Tim
Um,
over the years.
oh yeah, it was Tim over the years had done that. Something to wind up on whatnot. Check to see, Victoria Rez, check to see if your video sound is muted. And Jill is here. Chris Love
What's up,
and
Joe?
Chris's dad. Yeah, I was telling that story. Chris and I, and Jill, we all walked up to this sale, and this old barn sale, and the guy looks at Chris and I, and he's like, "Oh, is this a father-son outing?" And like, oh no, you're killing me. I look that old that I'm Chris's dad. And I didn't think Chris, I mean, you guys tell us in the chat, do Chris and I have any resemblance whatsoever to each other? I mean, of course he's got the red hair and beard, and I'm old and gray, but I mean, in the eyes, the facial structure, is there anything there that says
So one person
that
there was.
yeah. And then he's like, we're like, oh no, it's not father and son. He's like, oh well, then are you like brothers or related in some way? He was bound and determined for us to be related. But so Chris made his way up 127 and then came over out to Jill's cabin and hung out for the week, and so that we could hit the Route 30 Lincoln Highway Byway sales on the next weekend after the 127. And so while he was hanging out here, I have been working at cleaning some storage units. And so Chris went down with me, and we looked through stuff and found a bunch of cool stuff and a bunch of junk as well. And what I maintained my undisputed reseller ping pong champion title that
Yeah.
I put on myself.
What about the disc golf title?
I don't know anything about that, Chris.
Oh,
I don't know anything about.
conveniently, you leave that one out.
I forget that Chris whumped me again. Yeah, we both have a beard. That's pretty much about it. You both do have beards, but not seeing similarities. Yeah, like being related. So yeah, we did play disc golf again with our buddy Doug, one of my friends local, one of my original eBay mentors that taught me a lot about selling on eBay. And so we had a good time that day. And hung out and watched some Olympics while we were here. That was cool to have that on. And then went to the sales, the Lincoln Highway Byway sales Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yep.
And so in, Ken versus 10, normally the show is me listing 10 items, seeing if I can sell those items by next week. But in a challenge or in a battle, I've taken on a few people, and my record is not good. My record is not good. Maybe Chris is Santa's elf. There we go. Leave it to me to write the lyrics to a lullaby before this. But so when I do a challenge here on Ken versus 10, it's really, I mean, it's me against my death pile and Chris against his death pile, but a little friendly or, not so friendly. Something you should hear Chris. Hey, if you ever get like an opportunity to meet Chris or hang out with Chris, just pass. I mean, he's not really, all that he's cracked up to be or what.
We'll see. The testimonials of people that have met me might be different.
No, Chris is a great guy, and we always have a great time together hanging out and going to the sales. It's a lot of fun. We kind of look for similar sorts of items, but there's never any real like competition. Nobody's racing one another to the sales or whatever. And, he finds good stuff. I find good stuff. We both, we fill up the car. um, what, Thursday and Friday, we pretty much filled up the car.
Yeah, well, Friday we had
Saturday
Jill's
was,
help.
yes, yeah, and Jill's a great picker as well. She always, well, I've joked about that before, how, Chris and I, we ended up with this little tiny area, each of us to put our stuff, maybe about the size of like one IKEA bag, and Jill got the whole rest of the car. She filled it. um uh and let me see, I'm looking at the, yeah, and Jill does find a lot of good stuff. You get back to the car or later on when she's going through her bags or boxes of stuff, and she's like, "Oh, I got this, I got this." And I was like, "I didn't even see that at the sale." She picks up stuff that I overlook, and well, Chris does too. Actually, maybe I got second pickings. Maybe I got second pickings on everything. Or third when Jill was there. But what
You
we
gotta stop talking
decided,
to people.
well, I know. I enjoy being at the sales, and that I get myself, or I get hyper focused on like one item, looking at it, comping it, rather than kind of getting that overall scope of things. But I have so much stuff now. Chris, you
Yeah,
were in my garage. You saw like how much stuff is there in the house, in the garage, in my computer room, everywhere. Um, it's I'm looking for good items. I'm looking for better items, home runs, but man, it's hard to just pass up even little stuff, for small profits or whatever.
yeah. Well, if it's cheap enough, you could always just throw it on Whatnot. If you know it's an item
Yes.
that you sold in the past on there that you can sell for a couple bucks and make some money there, as long
Yeah,
as it's
and
cheap enough.
that's my thoughts. Um, now that we've been selling on Whatnot, um, I made Chris sleep in the garage. No, Chris got to sleep in the house. He did have to sleep on the couch. Um, I don't have an extra bedroom or whatever, but he made it through. He made it through for 3 nights on the couch anyway. Um, but so Chris and I have battled in 10 versus 10 before. Two previous times. The first time we tied. We sold the same amount of items,
I think it
and
was it 5-5? I think.
yeah, it was something
Can't
like
remember
that,
for
which
sure.
was a good week for selling, listing 10 items
Yeah.
and selling half of them within 1 week.
Well, then I
And
sold two more like the next week. I was like, why couldn't y'all have sold the week before so I could have won?
yeah, that happens to me a lot when I list on here. The second week, kind of the more of the eyes get on it, you start to get more offers and stuff. And for the life of me, I can't really remember what happened on the second battle
Yeah,
that we
I don't
had.
know either. But by you not saying anything, it says everything.
No, because Chris took me to school on that one. He peppered me something fierce. Um, oh yeah, he was only 3 nights. You were only at Victoria's for 1 night.
Yep.
You, 1 night would have been enough, Victoria. 1 night would have been. Where I dry my socks by the fireplace. They were hung by the chimney with care. Father and son together at last. Ray, the Nashville Flippers. What's up, my friend? So, no, Chris whooped me soundly in the second come, and that would have been last year's Route 30 sale
Yeah.
challenge that we did.
I think it was
And
11
he
months ago,
picked,
based on what I looked at.
yeah, great items, and just took me just took me to school is what happened. But I'm here to remedy that today on Ken versus 10. So I'll tell you what we're doing. Kim T is here. What's up, Kim T?
What's up, Tim?
It's so the rules are now, I've always been just an eBay seller. and I have taken on Whatnot, and I have been doing some more Facebook Marketplace stuff. And so, Chris, I'm not saying this is why he beat me, because he just picks great items and knows how to sell. And I mean, you watch his Instagram stuff and his weekly videos that he puts out, he's just selling tons of stuff on multiple platforms. You sell on what? What platforms do you sell on?
eBay, Mercari, Poshmark for stuff that I'm gonna get from here. I think I'm putting one on Amazon, but I don't really do Amazon much anymore.
Okay. And you're also going to get back into Whatnot, right?
Yeah, we'll see. I have a show
Okay.
for today. We'll see if I actually do it or not.
I seen that. So go follow Chris on Whatnot.
It's way easier when you're not the one in control of everything. You just sit here and show stuff.
If let me see if I can find. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
I don't want somebody to help me. I don't have Jill to help me organize everything once I'm showing it and all that, or once it's sold and everything.
That's what time I'm going to bookmark. I believe it's 4 p.m. Eastern time.
That's what I have it scheduled for.
When it's scheduled. And I can't figure out here. Somebody that, oh, there we go. That's what I want to do. Cajun Reseller. There it is right there. Let me go to his page. Oh, maybe, can I just?
Yeah, you're in the show.
I'm not used to doing this sort of stuff. Oh, was I just in the show?
It says mod. I made you a mod on there. I have it pulled up on my computer. I'm using my phone to stream because my computer sucks on the internet, and internet keeps going in and out as I go. So I'm just using my phone data because it's way faster and works way better with this kind of show. If I use my computer, you'd see me glitching the whole time probably.
Okay.
So that's why I use my phone. So I'm using my computer to actually list the items, which we haven't even actually gotten to one item yet. But
no.
How many minutes are we into this show?
Hey, we're getting
almost
there, Chris.
20 in.
Hey,
we haven't listed a single item.
When you run a Chris versus 10 show, so I threw a link in the chat there to Chris's Whatnot show. But if you go into the show, if that takes you directly to the show, make sure that you go click on his name and give him a follow. Yeah, he is Cajun Reseller.
Yeah, there's a fake Cajun Reseller that doesn't have any dashes in their name.
Yes.
They're not really fake because they have way more sales than I do on Whatnot, so technically they're not fake, but
we're going to get to some listings now. So the rules are we are listing 10 things, 10 items to see how many of these items we can sell before next. Chris will be on with me again next week. We'll talk about the results, but follow both of us on Instagram because we will update through the week as we sell stuff. You know, we'll talk a little smack. We'll update the score. Yes, hopefully we'll be on there.
One of mine will definitely sell. I guarantee it. Well, I shouldn't, but I think I'm going to guarantee it's going to sell.
He's like Babe Ruth calling his shot. He's pointing to the fences. He's like,
well, the sell-through rate says it's going to, so we'll see.
Okay. Mine not so much, my items, but and then we decided that we can sell these on any platform that we sell on. So, but I'm going to be fair about it, Chris, because I could take all of that Pokemon plush and just run a show, and we found a bunch of Pokemon plush in a storage unit, and I could sell it on Whatnot and it'll all be gone. And that was, but I'm not gonna do that. I got one Whatnot item that I'm gonna put up against you just to be fair. So, well, let's get started here. Let's get started in the show, and let's see. Do you want to go first or second?
I'll go first.
Okay, so Chris, what's your first item you're bringing to the table?
First item I'm bringing up is the one that has there's 100 something listed and 600 sold. Is the one that has the really good sell-through rate, obviously. and it's a
Okay.
video game called Silent Hill 2.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
And it's also complete in box. So it's got the manual, the game. If you ever find Silent Hill 2 for the PS2, I think they also make for Xbox 360. There's also a Silent Hill 3 and 4, which are actually worth more money, I think, than this one. Silent
Yeah.
Hill 1 came out for the PlayStation. This is, I think, 2, 3, and 4 all were PS2. I'm not positive, though, but this thing's worth, I'm going to list it for like a little bit more than $150, and I paid 75
Okay.
cents. Ken probably today could pay $1 for it.
Yeah. Okay. So I got to tell you about Chris. We got to tell stories about some of this stuff too.
Don't, they're all fake, probably, if it's Ken.
Well, okay. So we're at this sale, and there's a box on the table that looked like it was some sort of like a video game, not a system, or like a maybe one of those TV games, or I forget exactly what the box was.
It was a box of random stuff. I'll have to look back at whenever I put out my video for it. But it was like a random box that wasn't labeled video games, just labeled something completely different. And I saw a green, what looked like Xbox game sticking out, so I decided to look. That was actually on the second day of the sale,
Yeah.
like at 10 or 30 or 11 a.m. So it wasn't even at the beginning of the sale.
Yeah, Paul's team Jill. He's not voting for either of us, Chris, or buying either of our
Jill's
items.
team Chris. Jill's team Chris, so by consequence. Of course, Paul doesn't like that I'm team. Is this Paul Philly Flipper?
Yeah.
He doesn't like that I'm team Jen probably for their challenge they're doing, so that's probably why.
So there's this box that nobody had apparently thought it was this thing, and that nobody had really looked in. But Chris, took a peek in, and it was full of video games, just random video games, and they got Silent Hill is in there. And so Chris brings it. He's like, "Man, look at this manual and everything. This is $100 game instantly." And so we didn't know how much it was. So we go over, and there were some older ladies, I should say, that were running the sale, and they were fun. We go to that sale, the last couple of years we've been there, and so we don't know how much the game is. So Chris takes it out. It's like, how much is the game? It's not marked. It's in a box. And so now that's the whole big discussion. Mildred, how much are these games? I don't know. Is that a movie? Is that what are you selling there? And she's like, well, I got some other movies and stuff in here. How about 75 cents? Which, all of a sudden it's like, you can't get the money out of your pocket quick enough, and get back to the car. So Chris is digging around in his pockets, for change. I'm like, so I call him out. I'm like, oh, come on, Chris. You can give him $1 for it. Don't make a He didn't. He made him give him his quarter in change for this game.
No, I gave him a $50 and a quarter.
Oh, that's right.
I gave them exact change.
Chris is the only guy that carries 50-cent pieces around with him to the sales. It's like, what are they supposed to be? What are they supposed to be doing?
Ken, the person who always says to negotiate, is trying to make me pay more for it for some reason.
Yeah, I had to call him out for being cheap on the game. So yeah, Chris, I would imagine. So did you push the button and list that right now? You have it up as a draft. Okay. I won't be able to tell.
I won't be able to tell if it sells because I have all my notifications on my phone turned off because I don't want it vibrating the whole time or whatever. So,
well, you'll just have to keep checking.
Yeah, I doubt it'll sell that fast, but you never know.
You never know. It's always fun when you sell something on.
You've done it. You've done it a couple of times, right? Was it a camera one time you sold before the show was over, basically?
Yes.
Yeah.
When I was taking on Roman one time, both of us sold something. So I got some. This isn't as exciting as Silent Hill. See, Chris brings the bangers right out.
Well, yeah, we got to try and get it sold. You told me to put it first.
that's catchphrase. Always a good game to pick up. This is used, but it does work.
It's always a good game to play too. If you ever played it, it's a really fun game.
And this is like the adult version. I don't think the one that you want to look for is the red version. That's the uncensored. Yes, I sold orange Crocs.
Prison Crocs, not just Crocs. Prison Crocs.
Indian Casino gives 50-cent pieces out when you get a blackjack. Really? Oh yeah, because they have to pay that half. But anyway, catchphrase, nothing exciting. You all know about this, but I always pick them up when they're cheap. Um, this one is probably about 15 bucks or whatever. I'm going to list it at 12.99 because I want to move this stuff along. I want to sell this and be done. So, yeah, nothing exciting about catchphrase. So, okay, we're off and running, Chris. What do
So
you
you listed it.
Yep, it's listed.
All right. Next one for me is this My Passport 1 terabyte hard drive. Got this for $5 at a garage sale. This is the one I'm putting on Amazon. I've sold it in the past on Amazon for like $56, but the current lowest price on Amazon is 98. So that's what I'm going to put it at, and we'll
Sweet.
see how it goes.
Yeah.
So it might not sell as fast because I'm putting it at $98, but I might also, I don't usually do this and I don't want to do it, put it on eBay as well and see which one it sells on first, because it's
Okay.
always a risk of, like, if they both sell on the same platform, which one do you cancel? At this point,
Yeah.
I'd probably have to cancel the Amazon one because I'm getting way more sales on eBay lately, but the chances of it
Okay.
selling on both platforms that fast is very slim to none. But that's why I'm like, all these items I'm putting here, I'm not cross listing until I get done with the show, and then I'm going to go back and cross list them.
And cross list them. Okay.
Yeah. So right now I'm not. That's too much work to try and cross list at the same time as I'm doing this show.
I'm trying to look at stuff here. Okay. I will. Oh, do I not have this? Ken, you're a knucklehead. Again, because we are doing a combination of items that were from the sales, 127, which I didn't do,
Yeah,
and
but you
my
got all that
storage unit finds.
extra storage unit stuff.
And
You had your
so
pick of like multiple storage units.
actually, oh no, I do have one other thing. I should do that one. I'll do that one right now. Um, I'll do my ones that are yard sales first. 2 terabyte or 4. That was a 1 terabyte, right?
That was just one. Yeah.
One. And that was another classic example of, going up to the sale and me talking to people and walking around. Then Chris comes over. He's like, "Oh man, check this out. This is like $100 on Amazon." I'm like, "Where did you
Yeah.
see that?" What
But you
I
found
was,
some
yeah.
stuff that I didn't find. I think you're about to show them right here, probably. You found those 2 items that were really good items for $1 each or whatever.
Um, no, I don't think I'm getting ready to show those.
Well, you're going to show them at some point, though, I think.
You'd be surprised, Chris. You don't know what I have. Don't tell me what I have and what I don't have.
You already told me one of your
Um,
items, so.
uh, how about an Olympus FE 230 digital camera? In the box, camera's in a case, got a couple chargers in there. It's got all the paperwork. Everything tested. It is working. I paid, well, actually, I got these 2 items at the same sale. I must have been on a blue phase right there. Everything was blue that I bought at
Blue and white.
that sale. But an FE 230 Olympus is about 35 bucks. About 35 bucks today. Some of them go for a little less, but they don't have the instructions. This one has 2 chargers and 2 batteries and stuff. So I actually could probably list that for a little bit more. But I'm not going to. I'm going to do these. My mother saying hello to Paul there. So we've got a digital. I always pick up digital cameras when I see them. I had picked up another one there too, but it didn't work. I can't get it to work.
They usually sell pretty fast.
Hey, what's up, Josh? Thanks for popping in, and good luck on the house today. That sounds like a lot like our yard sale experiences. A good half of our sales stops wind up with the person running it knowing some facet of our private life, and they don't need or want to know. Exactly. And Raz is saying those WD storage drives are good to get unless it's a 750. I have 24 terabyte drives just filled with Christmas music.
My goodness.
Okay. What you got up next, Chris? So that one is listed, and we're going. Oh yeah. Oh, that was a good find.
The Hello Kitty Build-A-Bear. No clothes or anything. But last year against Ken, I used the Hello Kitty Build-A-Bear clothing, and that was one of the first items to sell. So maybe the
Yes.
actual Build-A-Bear will sell. This is the sun-kissed version of Hello Kitty Build-A-Bear. It would sell for more if it had. There was a little bow. You can attach a little bow there with Velcro.
Yeah.
Don't say that. Hook and whatever it's called.
Yeah,
Hook
you
and
can
loop.
say Velcro on YouTube
On
all
here,
day long. They don't care.
we're not getting D-road here. But
That's
yeah,
right. No.
I think I'm listing it for like $50-something. I think that's what I got it. Got to go back and look. Yeah, something around like $55 for that little guy. I paid $5. They had all their plush for $5 each, and all the other ones were just generic Build-A-Bears that aren't worth $5 each. But this one was. This was also the second day as well.
Yes.
We were with Jill then.
I don't care for that sale. That was like that.
I got the belt buckles there last year
that
too.
Church. Oh, that's right. Those I don't know. Those people rub me the wrong way. Okay, so Build-A-Bear, Hello Kitty. This was a cool sale that we went to. And we both picked up some really good stuff. We were driving, through some neighborhoods, trying to find following some signs or whatever, and we saw a guy walking up. It's like, oh wait, that looks like they're gonna have a sale, but there was no signage. Well, we turned around to go back and see if it was a sale, and by the time we got back, the guy was walking to the end of the driveway to put his sign out. So we were the first ones. This was on Thursday morning. We were the first ones to see everything at sale. We got first peek. So I picked up this right here. This is my next item. It is a Cheryl's cookies. Cheryl's cookies, pumpkin cookie jar.
Now's a good time to list it too.
Yes, and that's why I put it in today, because Halloween's coming up soon, and so I got that, and I am going to be listing that. I paid $3 for it. I also had got a really cool Christmas tree topper that's like a Santa Claus that rotates around, is like in his sleigh with a reindeer pulling. And you got what, some Scentsy stuff? And
yeah, Scentsy's for $1.
Yeah.
The wax melts were more than the Scentsy warmer was. I already got 2 watchers. I already listed that one. It's already got 2 watchers, but it hadn't sold yet.
So $35. $35 is where I'm going with my Cheryl's Cookies cookie jar, as long as I don't break it before then.
Yeah, worried about that.
Most
of them are not breakable.
Oh, so that sale, it was again an older couple, and I had asked the guy about the cookie jar, and it was like $3. And then, of course, I think when you were asking them about the Scentsy stuff, and the guy said that it was going to be $1, and then when the lady came out, she's like, "Oh, that stuff was like $2," and Chris like, "Wait a minute, this guy told me $1." But I was happy that the lady came out, because the guy was getting ready to put this just like in a bag for me to take, and the lady says, "Well, wait a minute, there's a box for that." So I got the original box with all the styrofoam and stuff. As long as the post office, that's pretty heavy, so that one is set up to, it gives a UPS option as well. So, okay, what's that third item? Third item listed. What you got next, Chris?
Rainbow High. Emmy Vanda. That's her name.
Okay.
So I actually paid $1 for her. They were asking 2. I negotiated to 1. Nice. I actually got this at the sale that I met Danny Mae's Adventures at. So.
Oh yeah.
She has her clothes on. She has her clothes on, Brian. So no naked rainbow high dolls. He sets them on naked kitties in the chat if you saw that.
Yes.
So yeah, she's listed for $15 plus shipping. She has a decent. She's
15.
not the greatest sell through rate, but she has a decent sell through rate. So hopefully, and the ones that are listed less than her don't have any clothes. So hopefully, her having her clothes will help her sell.
Okay. That's a good
Yeah, Rainbow High
pickup
is not as good
again.
as Monster High, but I've actually sold Rainbow High decently well in the past. If you pick them up for 50 cents or $1 at a garage sale, they're probably worth it. Because I mean, usually at Walmart they're $20 to $30, something like that. So wotting them up works better. But I only had one, so I couldn't really wot her up with any of the other ones.
Okay. So that's 4. Let me see. Okay, so from what I see here, most of the rest of I got some cool stuff to show, but most of the stuff that I am listing next is all storage unit finds that we found when we were together. Let me see. I think that you have seen all of these items. Okay.
Probably.
Oh, wait, that's not the one I wanted, Ken. You're a knucklehead. Did you sell that Silent Hill game yet, Chris?
Who's asking?
I am. I'm on to know.
Oh, I don't know.
How about this? Star Wars, Wilton, Darth Vader, cake pan. Still brand new with the insert in it. Very clean. There's in one of the units, there's a whole bunch of cake pans. It's a whole bunch of crafting stuff in general. And I've been going through, I think I pretty much have that unit, all of the trash out. There's some things that I'm going to bring home and then just try to move along the unit. But a Star Wars Darth Vader Wilton cake pan is got a halfway decent sell-through rate. There's not a lot of them listed and a few sold, but $30. Most of them go around 30 to 35 bucks. So $29.99. I'm going to list that brand new. I am taking offers on most all of my items. Oh, you know what I did too? I had talked earlier in the show. I want to talk for a second here. I had not been good at doing eBay lately. I've pretty much abandoned any sort of listing unless I had to or something like that. My mother is a cake baker. Actually, back in the day when everybody used to have CB radios, her CB handle was the cake baker. And yes, that cake went to the darts. Okay, Susan, have a good day. Good to see you,
Hi,
and
Susan.
we'll talk soon. Hey, Susan, send me your code from the whatnot. Send me your code, and we'll hook up on getting that stuff to you. So because it's been such a while since I listed anything on whatnot, I had promotions turned off for a while. Just everything. Yesterday, in preparation to start getting back into listing and have some activity in my store, I ended my whole entire store. I ended the whole store except for about a dozen listings that have multiple items to them and special shipping stuff. I kept but I ended the whole store and rearranged some stuff, kind of went in. I sold similar on everything, so it would all come back up as a new fresh listing. I went in, I set up a new promotion setup for it. But before I had done that, I went into my store and I lowered every item by $1. Just across the board, everything $1, and then again, ended, sold similar stuff. And so far, it's got that activity probably within 5 minutes after I pushed a button and got all that stuff done. I had a sale, was a TI-84 calculator, which I was
Nice.
surprised had been sitting there for a while.
Yeah. You think
because
with
I
school
had
starting back up?
listed two of them. And one of them sold instantly, and then this one just sat. It just kind of seemed to get lost. Well, I didn't have promotions and stuff on, so eBay's like, "Oh, I don't care how much you list. If you're not promoting, sorry about your luck."
I've never
Um,
promoted, so
and and you sell all day long, so uh, so I did that, and then I had another sale later in the evening and a sale this morning. So we're kind of getting that activity. I've got all this stuff I'm listing today, and got plans for tomorrow. So, what you got next, Chris?
speaking of storage units,
Oh, there you go.
that's beyond.
Okay.
That's beyond Pokemon sitting. It's a purple
Yes.
evolution of Eevee Pokemon. Ken, do you even know who Eevee is?
No, I don't know anything about Pokemon at all. I know Charizard and I know Pokemon.
This is Eevee.
Okay, and so normally it's brown.
Yeah, Eevee evolves into like 10 different Pokemon probably, but Espeon is one of them.
Okay.
So I'm listing Espeon for like $10 or $12 plus shipping. It's not really worth that much, but had a decent sell-through
Okay.
rate, so hopefully Espeon will sell.
Cool.
And Eevee
You
is
have to
not for
get me
sale.
educated. Evie is not for sale. Okay, then let me do this, Chris. Since you're bringing that, and that we had opened up a tub when we were down at the storage unit when Chris was helping me go through some of that stuff, and there was a tub that had a whole bunch of like Pokemon plush, some other anime plush that were not. Whoop. Uh-oh, what did I do?
What'd you break?
I pushed something and all of a sudden all the code for the show came up. So my next item that I am not listing is
Not listing.
this right here.
Oh. I'm gonna tell everybody
This
I
is
gotta go into that show and say nobody bid on this.
I'm gonna go because he also does a Pokemon animated, lights up, his ears move. Pretty cool. It is a Tomy on the Tomy Pokemon tag. But I am going to, because again, one of the platforms that I sell on is yes, what's up, Angie? Angie Resells is here. Good to see you, my friend. How are things going? How are things going for you, Angie?
Hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, that's all the more I will expound on that. But hope you're doing well. Nothing was wrong with Angie. I'm just checking in. Or actually, she's checking in here, right? I'm not checking in with her. She's checking in with me. Uh yes, for sure. You'll be back. You'll be back. Um, I am going to I'm going to sell this on an upcoming Whatnot show. So one of the platforms that I sell on is Whatnot. And so probably our Friday night show that we have. I'm gonna bring the animated light up cheek Pokemon to a
I gotta make sure
Whatnot
I'm
show
there.
near you.
Make me a mod so I can ban everybody so they can't buy it. Then you won't be able to sell it.
Oh, what? I shouldn't have popped it up on the screen, Angie. Well, mentally not all there, but don't tell anyone. Yo, what's up, Jen's Multiverse? Good to see you, Jen.
She'd be disappointed in your Pokemon knowledge, Ken, or lack of Pokemon knowledge.
Yes. Yeah, as soon as I said Pokemon, everybody started to come in the hashtag Team Jen. Hashtag Team Jen. Brian is on Jen's team on a big t-shirt battle on Whatnot that is coming up in like September. Great. And unless you know about Pokemon, the more you say it, the better it will do on Whatnot. I have a whole nother, like, I don't know, what was there in that bin, about a half dozen or 8 different Pikachus. There's some slippers. There's some other anime plush. But this is the one I'm bringing to the challenge because I could have sold all of this stuff on Whatnot and sold all 10 items and just beat Chris. But I'm a fun fair guy.
It's cheating if you use an auction. It's supposed to be buy it now listings.
It's any platform listing. Again,
I don't
here's
believe
what I'll
that.
say. Here's what I'll say. When you run a Chris versus 10 show, but again, I wanted to be fair. I wanted to be well, heck, last time didn't you beat me like 8-1 or something ridiculous? I need to have at least one sale this week. So okay, so Pokemon Pikachu talking animated light up plush is I actually had listed him, or not listed him, but drafted it on eBay, and he's actually only around like $15 or whatever. So
yeah, you might as well make it. If you have the draft, you might as well do it, and then wait. If it doesn't sell, then put it on Whatnot.
Okay.
I mean, you might as well. If it happens to sell on eBay, then good, because you probably get more money for it anyways if it sells on eBay.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, I'll do that. I listed it.
Since you already have it drafted, you might as well.
Okay. What's your next item? So how many is that? Is that
That's 5, I believe, right?
Okay, halfway through.
Yeah. I'm not sure I'm able to list any more of mine, but I'll at least show them.
Okay. They're not listed yet, or?
The internet went out, so
oh,
it's not going to let me list them because I don't have internet.
Boo.
This guy.
Five Nights at Freddy's, right?
Yep. Little Foxy. I got him at the Ben's, actually, with KJ.
Okay.
That's where this guy came from. Another whatever sourcing
trip. That's right, because not only did you go from Louisiana all the way what up through Georgia and then Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, and then you went over to Pittsburgh to Pennsylvania.
Well, technically I went through West Virginia as well.
Oh, okay.
For like 10 minutes, I think I was in West Virginia.
Just popped in to say, hey, I've been in West Virginia?
I did that one time. Whenever in 2021, when I went up there to hang out with Kayla and then KJ, I went in and stopped at a CVS in West Virginia just to say I've been to West Virginia now.
Uh-huh.
So I drive through it every time I go up to Pittsburgh.
Okay, so 5. Let me see. Hold on. 5. That's your 6th item, right?
Yep.
And how much are you listing him for?
I think I had him for like 15.
Okay.
I don't know for sure though. Can't look.
3.
All I have is a spinning wheel of death on the YouTube live. It still shows you holding Pikachu is what it shows right now.
Oh, really? 3, 4. Why do I seem to be... Oh. Where is that listing? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. Let's do... Okay, this is here from the... I want to hear from the chat. That's what we did. They were in Pikeville, Kentucky, and they swung over just to say that they had hit the state.
Yep. Not much there, I don't think.
Gosh, I hope Gordon isn't watching, Ken. What did I have that... What was I showing that Gordon would not like, Jill? Or he would want? Raz had unsubscribed from Kayla because her voice was annoying my cat. Christine Harden is here. What's up, Christine? Oh, the West Virginia thing. Oh, yeah. That's a whole story where one of our friends are actually, it's the father of Jill's godchildren. They were down in that area. They were literally like one road, like go over the bridge and you're in West Virginia and come back. They were like that close, and he had never been to West Virginia before and wanted to add it. And he lives in Texas. And so, and Jill wouldn't drive him over the bridge just so that he could say he was in West Virginia. And poor guy. And then to add insult to injury, the next time we were down in that area, Jill took a picture of the "Welcome to West Virginia" sign and sent it to him. Okay. Okay. Here's a question for everybody. I have similar items that I am going to list all right now, but I'm going to count it as one listing. In my defense, oh, wait, here, let me see. I seen something about myself. I would just say one thing before I go to physical. Those sparkly pimp shoes that Ken bought at the garage sale, he will wear during winter time when he will be shoveling snow on the driveway. What is up, Roman? These are the shoes that Roman's talking about that I still have them like right here. I got to keep them handy. You never know when you're going to have to bust a move. Good to see you, Roman. Okay. It's still my turn, right?
I believe
Yeah.
so.
I didn't know Jill was you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised, Angie. Jill just comes across as this sweet apple pie. Sweet, but she's more like a rhubarb pie in person. Because nobody likes
What?
nobody likes
Like I said, Ken likes to lie on his show.
I do. I started watching your podcast. We'll be leaving my comment later. Oh, it is in progress. It takes Roman most of an afternoon to leave any comment on any like podcast or any of the shows. I've read his stuff on the Reseller Clickbait podcast, and then on other shows. He is thorough. He comments as he's watching, and it's just always cracks me up. It's the highlight of the episode, actually. Okay. Let me show you what I'm talking about, and then you guys tell me if I'm being fair to Chris or not fair to Chris.
He'll eventually show the item.
Let's do.
Eventually, he's going to show us the item.
I wish Susan was still here.
Why? Because she'd rule in your favor?
No, she's a crafty person and knows. Oh, Kim is already saying that it's not fair.
Probably a good assumption.
It's already not fair. Okay, look at this. Harry Potter. Which one is on the camera? Harry Potter opal sock yarn. Okay, so one of the storage units has a whole bunch of crafting stuff in it. And there was all these tubs of yarn and all these boxes of yarn. I'm like, okay, yarn, yay. People talk about yarn. Okay. But this stuff right here, I am listing these two skeins. This is Harry Potter and Ron. It's the coloring. So like in here, it says like Harry Potter and Ron. I am listing these two skeins right here for a bargain price of $79.99.
That's a bargain?
Apparently, to what's listed out there.
Really?
It's a bargain. Yes.
Wow.
Discontinued. No longer
I would
made.
guess so. If it's selling for that much, it better have something going for it.
Some of them are I see some of them listed at $100 a skein.
Oh, that's crazy.
Now, those ones are not selling, but I've seen one sell at $50. I've seen them sell between 35 and 50, and then you see the people that put them on bid and they sell for like $6.99, and you're like, please don't do that. For that price, it better crochet itself. Okay, so here's my question. $79.99 for these two skeins of Harry and Ron. $79 for these two skeins of Professor Lupin. Wait, no, that's Tonks. That's Tonks. Whichever way. $79 for these two of Professor Lupin and Draco Malfoy.
I guess you're glad you didn't sell that all together, huh?
Yeah. I've really went through that unit, Chris, a whole lot more to get through stuff. But so those yarns right there, if they sell, I'm gonna take offers and stuff. Wait, Harry Potter and Ron, we have a bell for him. Yes. There's a good callback to Jill's great find leather belt at a sale when we were out and we got back to the thing and it says Ron on it. I had to throw that, but the belt buckle's worth $35. I got to get that thing listed as well. Okay, so here's my question to the chat. I have 4 roles. Okay, four listings, 4 different listings. I am going to, if I sell multiple ones, I'm only going to count that as 1 against Chris in the challenge because I want to list them all right now so that if somebody sees them, they can, check my store and find all of the other ones as well. So my question is, does it matter which one that sells that I get credit for? Or because that's actually 3 extra listings. So it would be like 13 listings to Chris's 10 listings. So Chris, what do you think? And tell me in the chat what you think. Can I take a credit for 1 sale if I sell one of them, but not credit for 2 sales if I sell more than 1? Okay, they are all listed. Jill says no. Jill says no because she wants Chris to win. She's going to have to get that spinning wheel for a great Pyrenees dog hair. Oh, well, Chris, spoiler alert, you'll know what this is.
I know what's coming up.
One of my items that's coming up. Kim, it might be right up here.
Might help with that.
If it were Brian and I competing, I'd make him declare one. Wait, I heard it differently. So, Chris, would you like for me to declare one of those? I don't care which ones I sell, but is that fair that I have to pick one of the 4 different characters? So. Okay. Well, I don't know. There's not a lot of. I mean, the Harry and Ron. That's
the most popular, probably.
Would be the most popular. But the Professor Lupin and the Tonks are a little more rare, and then Draco is what I would think. Tell me in the chat. Tell me in the chat what you would list. Whether you would list Harry and Ron, Draco, Professor Lupin, or Tonks. Man. So if I sell 1 or more than 1, it only counts as 1. That's my proposal. But that also makes me having more listings than Chris. But it's also my show, and I can pick the rules.
Uh-huh.
But no, I will be. What is up, Alicia, the inked picker? My friend, my long lost friend. Haven't seen her for a while. It is good to see you. That seems fair-ish. Okay. Chris, I will pick Harry and Ron.
Okay.
Okay, if I sell Harry and Ron, okay, well, let's see. I think if any sell, it should count, but if you sell 2, it only counts as 1. That was my proposal. But Chris, what is fair to you? to declare just one of the 4 skeins, or can I get credit for any sale on the 4 listings?
I mean, to me, it makes sense to pick one because otherwise you get 4 extra listings,
Okay.
4
I'll do
extra
that.
chances to sell something.
Well, and hey, I'm not going to be upset at all if Lupin, Tonks, and Draco sell and Harry doesn't, because I'll take what, $240 over beating you. Yes. My mother says Ken versus 13, Chris versus 10. Okay, so I will declare Ron and or Harry and Ron as the. I don't know if they're fast sellers. There's not lots listed and there's not lots sold, but what you got? What you got next, Chris?
Well, these don't count, but I'm showing them just for fun.
Yes.
These Jinko slug jeans. If you ever see that slug on a pair of jeans, you should be picking them up.
Okay.
Got
And
these
why
for
should
$1
we be picking them up?
because I have them listed right now for $300, and they have 30 watchers and 2 bids so far.
Wow.
I listed it last night, so I'll report back next week what this actually sells for. But apparently, these JNCO, Jinko, if that's how you say the brand, don't ask me why they're worth that much, but whew,
So you
I could
have
have
them
put that
on
up.
auction?
Yeah,
You said you had 2 bids.
If I'd used them for this, they would have sold instantly, probably.
Okay.
At 300.
What do you have? What is the current bid?
My internet's not working, but last I checked, it was 306 is what it was at. But this is my next item.
Crazy. Okay. Next item up for bids.
Animorphs.
Animorphs books.
You ever heard?
Okay.
You ever heard of Animorphs?
I have not.
It's a book series back whenever I was a kid. Back in my day.
Back in your day, yeah, which was like Thursday for me. I have see, Ink Picker has some Jenkos that she needs to list. Well, apparently you need to get them listed quick.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what model they are, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I have 33 Animorphs books, listing them for like $70 plus shipping. I think I paid 20 for them at one of my first sales of Highway 127.
Kim, that much money for a used pair of jeans someone probably farted in.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so your books, Animorphs books, you got those where at a sale? How much did you pay? I wasn't paying attention.
One of the first sales. I paid $20 for all of them. I'm gonna list them for around 70. Or gonna try to list them since I can't list them right now since the internet's not working, but I'm trying to list them.
So they were just those 4 that you showed right there. So
it's a lot. There's 33 of them.
Oh, 33 of them. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just not picking them all up because they're gonna fall. There. That's more of them.
Wow, that's cool. Heck yeah. See, I
also got some Goosebumps books as well.
That stuff is like not on my radar. I would not even think about it.
Remember what I picked up last year? I picked up some Boxcar children books. Those sold for like 60 or $70. I think I paid $5 for the whole tub of them.
Nice.
And I got those last year.
You picked up some books at that one sale, like for a really good deal. There was like, what was it, like Babysitters Club or something?
Club. They're sitting right here. Yeah. Or no, that's Animal. That's Animal Art. They're somewhere in here. It might be up here. Yeah, Babysitters Club books.
Okay.
Paid $2 for all those.
Yes, that's a
I debated using those or the Animorphs. I went with Animorphs. We'll see. I'm gonna list them both at the same time. We'll see which one actually sells by the time we get back here next week.
Yeah. Paul's out there blocking Brian. He's deleting his messages, and then he blamed it on Sky. Poor Sky.
I don't think you can blame it on that little
Sky
puppy.
If you haven't seen Sky yet, go check out Paul Philly Flipper's Instagram and his videos, or Whatnot shows.
You got to get there first, though, if you're going to see her on the Whatnot shows.
Were those Matchbox cars in the original boxes? Who showed some Matchbox cars?
I didn't show any.
That's funny. Okay. How many items are we up to?
That's up to you. You're keeping track of that, not me.
So I have 1, 2, 3,
I think we're up to
4
7.
more. Okay.
I think I'm
I'm gonna
up to 7.
I'm gonna show these are just absolutely killer. Absolutely killer. Chris, remember these?
Yes. Speaking of that Pikachu storage unit,
Yes, these
that's
came out
for
of that. These came out of that, as well as this Living Dead dolls. I still got Posey.
you still have Posey.
Um, yes, I did actually send an offer out on it this morning because it got ended and relisted, even though it had only been listed for like a week or whatever.
Yeah.
And instantly interest on that. But these are, if anybody knows the band, the Gorillas, these are tagged the Gorillas. This is one of their characters from an animated thing. Chuck Taylor's All Stars, size 9. Yes. Godzilla All Stars. I'm disappointed in my video. Yes, I need to I need to show some live bloody clips if that's what you're referring to. Uh yes, Jill is a Chuck thing, but Gorillas. Very cool. Just clean. They were a little bit dirty. Some magic eraser, clean them up, and I am listing those at $124.99 for the Gorillas branded Chuck Taylors.
Those should sell
Taking
super
some,
well.
yeah, hopefully, and I'm taking offers again. I have a zero buy cost in those, so I'm going to do it. Size 9 men, size 11 women's, Jill. Jack has storage FOMO, and he'll get the unit itch. Hey, no one wants an itchy unit. I mean, speaking from a guy's perspective, no one wants an itchy unit. Right, Chris? Am I right?
I tried to buy a storage unit yesterday. It didn't work very well.
Why is
Went up to
that?
like it went up to 150, and I wasn't paying that much.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What
But
size?
there's a lot ending tomorrow, so we'll see if I can get some. Last time I was on your show was on a Thursday, and I was trying to bid as we were doing the show.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You were trying to. Okay. Yeah, Chris is deflecting. I noticed that too. As soon as I made him concur that a guy doesn't want an itchy unit, he started talking about, his storage unit bids. So
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Storage units.
150 is chump change for a storage unit.
Not that one.
What okay, what you got next? What's the next one? Oh, a couple of baby dolls? What the heck is
These little
this?
baby dolls. Darlene's is what these are called. Got them at the bins with KJ. Gonna list these for around $50.
For the set?
Yeah, for the set. But yeah,
Cool.
they consistently sold for around $30 each. So
Okay.
no, I'm not sure what makes them like. I'm used to like the Puffalumps being the ones that are worth money, but never seen Darlene before. But picked them both up. There's one. I think the blue one's actually worth way more. These are pink and yellow. If you can't tell the colors, they're pink and yellow in color. But yeah,
Yes. Yeah, I can see that. That's so $50.
and that's number 8. So I got 2 more. You should have 3 more, I believe, at least.
A storage unit, Paul. A storage unit. Yeah. Depends. You get
Colin bought a
higher.
storage unit since he's moved to Florida, probably, has he?
I don't think he's bought one for a while. I used to love way back in the day when Paul was growing his channel and he would show the storage unit
I think
videos.
those are probably my favorite ones. Was the storage unit ones.
Yeah, I'm trying to focus on what he's saying. I'm reading the chat. Is it unit? Okay. Okay. You got to show something cool. I'm going to show something cool. That's not part of this. I did. I forget if I showed this last week or not. A vintage
You're not using that?
No, not today. I got to do
Why
a
not?
little bit of cleanup. Well, because I didn't get it cleaned up. There's a couple little spots like on the like the cloth
Oh,
of the sleeves and stuff like that. Just a
yeah.
couple little spots that I'd like to clean up. But check this out. Satin jacket, Stone Cold Steve Austin WWF Attitude tag. Uh Beautiful condition. Other than those couple of spots. 1999 vintage. Size medium. Size medium that looks like it would wear like a large though. Uh that was a buck in that we were at that one sale. Um Probably closer to 200 after the clinic visit. Yes, Stone Cold. I'm holding back for the rematch. Yes, I'm going to keep all of these things. But so that was a fun item. Okay, here's the next thing that I'm going to do. I'm also going to be declaring an item because I'm going to list all of these at the same time. Okay, so I'll show my declared item first. You have any clue what I'm talking about, Chris?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Of course, it's the one on the bottom. In one of the units, a UPS. Where's the? Oh, there it is. UPS, like uniform coat, double zipper, zip up, closing thing. It has a. Wow, that got really blurry.
That's how you got fuzzy.
It has a hood, like a hideaway hood in the back that Velcros, in. You can pull that out of the thing. I have to look in that unit and see if the liner is in there. I'm listing it without the liner because the liner could zip into this, but almost like brand new condition, reflective piping on it. And these actually have a pretty good sell-through rate on this UPS, like kind of official clothing.
Huh.
So the
Interesting.
jacket, just because winter is coming up, um, I'm going to declare the coat.
What are you listing it?
As
What did you say you were listing it for?
I am listing that for $75,
Oh, wow.
$74.99, and that seemed to be a pretty decent deal for that. So I'm gonna list that. But because again, if somebody were to find, it's a size extra large, which is a good size. Because I want to have all of this stuff together. So I also have the vest, the lined like lined vest, reflective striping and stuff on it. That one is going to list for $60, $59.99. I've got a lot of two size extra large, like a button down. I don't want to unfold them
Polo.
all. Button down shirt. Well, it's not really a polo. It's a button down, like a pocket shirt.
Oh, okay.
I'll go ahead like this. Reflective sleeves. These clothing are almost like brand new. There's no wear to them at all. That's going to be $60. I've got. Hey, what can Brown do for you? I've got the UPS, the standard baseball hat, and the Boonie style.
Interesting.
The Boonie style hat with the neck sun protector and stuff was all in that unit. So the hat, the regular baseball hat, $15. This hat right here, $35. Again, 60 on the see, resume drafts. So I'm gonna declare the coat though, as far as
Okay.
The item that I'm up against the challenge, but I figure, because all of this stuff is like extra large size, if somebody sees that listing, they might, investigate, hey, does he have anything else? And I might be able to sell that whole set.
All at once,
Um,
yeah.
man, did I just mess up?
How?
Um, no, I thought I had drafted my last item too. Okay.
I don't know if it really matters. It's okay if you
Brown
go
will
ahead.
make Brown will make you use a lot of toilet paper, my mom
Oh
says.
gosh.
Okay, so you're up to item number
This is 9.
9. Okay.
So you have 2
I
left,
have
right?
2 left. Yes.
Okay. That's why one of my coolest finds. I'm not sure if it's gonna sell or not because it really isn't much history on sell through rate, but it's a Florence Y'all's jersey, basically. It's
I
got Rugrat. It's got a bunch of Nickelodeon characters on it. Rugrats, Team Rocket. Uh, I guess it's mainly Rugrats and Team Rocket. I think maybe Ren and Stimpy. Cat Dog is on there. At least on this side it is. I don't know about what side y'all are seeing, but this is a 3XL as well, so it's a big, large size
Yes.
3XL.
That
So
shirt is just sweet.
exactly, paid $1
The
for it at the 127 sale.
the
So
Florence Y'alls, that's a minor
minor
league
league
baseball team.
baseball in Florence, Kentucky. Basically, it's the Cincinnati Reds minor league team or whatever, but
Okay.
the only thing I could find on Worst Point was a sale for like $80 plus shipping, or I don't know if it was plus shipping, but $80. There's no solds on eBay at all in the last 3 years on Terapeak. So yeah, apparently they were the Florence Freedom at one point, rebranded the Florence Y'alls. Apparently there's some kind of water tower in Florence, Kentucky that says Y'all on it
Yes.
or
Florence
something like
Y'all.
that.
When you go into Kentucky, Florence is not too far into Kentucky, and they have their big water tower that says Florence Y'all. That's a sweet pickup. What did you say you were gonna list it for? What
I'm
was
gonna put it
the
at 100
That's cool.
with
I
offers.
love
So
that.
I'm not confident that one's gonna sell, but hopefully maybe it's somebody will show interest and offer like 80 or something. I'll probably take that.
Yeah.
But the problem with
And
clothing, you have to have the right size, right person that wants it, and the right size as well. So clothing's never a good item probably to
yes.
show on this kind of show. But unless it's those
Well,
Jinko jeans, those would have sold instantly if I'd put those up for $300
yes.
best offer. I put a
Well,
second I listed them on eBay. I got a bid. I got somebody saying this is way too high, and I got someone else saying what do you want for it right now. So I got all 3 of those messages all happened right after I listed it.
I'm surprised you haven't okay, I just got a message from Brian. I'm going to read this live. I should never just read stuff live. I should read it through first.
Especially from him,
Uh
probably.
might be careful on the UPS stuff. They do make it through most of the time, but eBay does pull them sometimes for this rule. I just wanted to share this in case. Um and then Chris and I, it's going to be a tight race between us. So I'll have to look at that. If it is a Vero uh government items, UPS is not a government. I'll have
It's
to
not
read
a
that through.
yeah.
Uh
It's a gray area. I know with USPS you're really not supposed to, but UPS I
yeah,
don't know for
yeah,
sure.
they are UPS, and that's a different private. But I see other listings again. People list P90X and all of that stuff too,
Yeah.
and Velcro and all of those things. Yeah, ask Paul about reading things aloud. Sometimes he'll read them messages on whatnot without reading it first. Get yourself in trouble. Okay, so here's number 9 for me. It's a big old heavy dude. I can't really show it
Make
close
yourself
up
big.
there. I can't
Make
hold that up at the same time. Anyway, what it is a Ashford drum carder. What a drum carder is it has these little fingers, and you spin it around, and it helps pull fibers like wool fibers and alpaca fibers, any sort of fibers to get it torn apart, and to be able to use the material then for for whatever project that you're going to do. See, okay, here's Jeremy saying UPS, USPS, FedEx, DHL are all supposed to be banned products. They don't want people impersonating a delivery person doing illegal things. That's good to know. Well, Chris, here I would declare something right now. They might, hopefully they don't give me a problem. I mean, I don't care if eBay wants to take it down. Yes, for the same reason. Thanks, Jeremy, for that. It says government, they do say public transport companies or something on there. I've heard it being pulled, but more likely someone reported that one particular, not a bulk pull. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. Again, I would not want to get suspended or have a problem with eBay, but if they pulled the listings down, I don't have a problem with that. I've seen USPS safe driving pins for sale. My mother lost her 9-year pin, so I picked one up for her. But you can impersonate because you already own it. That's true. I don't know. But if they pull it down, Chris, I will declare Draco Malfoy in my yarn as my replacement. If they pull those down, if they pull the coat down, whatever. We'll see what happens. Okay, so the Ashford drum carder, blah, blah, blah. It pulls fibers and stuff. Found that in a storage unit. It is still new, sealed, in the box, never been opened. Still had the original shipping stickers and stuff on it. And I am going to list that for $599.99. $600.
As in $600.
As in $600. It's all there. I didn't even open it. I'm not going to open it because the box is sealed with staples, and I don't want to mess that up.
You'd destroy the box if you tried that.
Yeah, you would tear it up. And so I am going to list that. $599 is kind of right at that peak of being a little high. I'm going to only let it set for, I don't know, maybe through the weekend. If it doesn't sell, it's not a big seller, like a quick seller, but there's not very many listed.
Especially in
and the ones that are listed are in the 600s. There's some that have been in 4, but are not brand new. They don't have all the parts. It's just the unit itself.
Yeah.
And so
that
I'm
thing
going
was
to list this.
Probably the best find out of the store. I don't know, that yarn might be good too, but that thing by itself is probably the best one item.
Yes. So that's 9. Well, hopefully there aren't drugs in there. Won't have to worry about a UPS code. That's true. Yeah, I don't, with the other stuff that was in the unit and the crap, there's a unit that the wife was crafty and did everything from sewing to yarn to cake decorating to candy making to candle making to cricket cutting. Hey, Paul, if you're still in here, the other day you were going to sell some cricket, like the cartridges for the cricket, and you didn't know if they were going to sell. I forget where you were showing them. Did they sell, and what'd you get out of them? I know it's on Whatnot, so it's a little bit different. I haven't even looked them up yet, but anyway, so the fella couldn't, the husband couldn't bring himself to throw away all his wife's crafting stuff. And so he got a storage unit, and it sat in there for years. And then eventually he passed away. And so there's just the storage unit there with all of this great stuff in it. And so anyway, Ashford drum carder, $600. Okay, last item, Chris. Office Patrick. Why, yes, hello, chat and panel, sneaking in to say hi and light up that thumbs up. Good to see you, Patrick.
Too many items to choose from.
Okay, well, wow me here, because you're I don't know.
Well, I'll choose him then. Except for
Okay.
I can't use him because I didn't find him at the 127.
Okay.
So I guess I'm going to use the Build-A-Bear, the mini Build-A-Bear frog is what I'm going to go with.
Okay.
I think I paid like 50 cents to $1 for him. He's doesn't have the greatest sell-through rate, but out of the items I have left, he has the best sell-through rate. The other two items I had that I was debating using were these two Zippo lighters, Joe Camel Zippo lighters, but
Okay.
neither one of them had a good sell-through rate at all. So
Okay.
that's why I didn't use those. But I paid $1 for both of these. They're both going to sell for probably 40 to 50 once they sell, but they're not going to sell super fast. So if I want to win, I can't use those. Of course, watch those two sell before this one sells, probably.
Yes,
But
probably.
yeah,
So you're using the Build-A-Bear frog?
I'm using the frog as my last item.
Okay.
And this guy right
Office.
here is
Yes.
Shredder from Chef Boyardee. So a special mail-in edition Shredder. I got this for free at a thrift store. He'll probably sell for $200 or $300 if I had to guess for one little
That's
Teenage Mutant Ninja
amazing.
Turtle figure.
Did you say from
Yeah.
Chef Boyardee?
You had to mail it in, and they sent this to you like a mail-in coupon, I guess, or something.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what it showed online with Chef Boyardee.
Man, what a coincidence that Office Patrick is eating Chef Boyardee for lunch today, straight out of the can.
Yes.
Now, what product is Chef Boyardee? Is this raviolis? Is it like SpaghettiOs, spaghetti and meatballs? Yeah, Zippo usually seems to fly. Yeah, they do. I've noticed that too. Some of those cigarette branded ones, though, the Camel and the Marlboros, they don't seem to sell as well as like other Zippos.
Yeah, that was on sale. They had a ton. The lady had a ton of Dale Earnhardt stuff that she was selling.
Okay, Chris, my last item. Are you ready to call foul?
I think we already did that whenever you tried to list 4 for 1.
Okay, well, we talked that we're selling on the different platforms. Your eBay, Poshmark, Macari, and well, maybe Whatnot if you have your show today. And I sell primarily on eBay, but we've been doing a lot of Whatnot, and I also do Facebook Marketplace for stuff that I find in the bins and whatever. So I'm going to throw up my last item, which will be a Facebook Marketplace item.
The whole thing.
I am selling an entire storage unit. I will be listing that this afternoon. That unit has, well, you can see on the left there, it has that mattress. It's a twin or a full size mattress, but it's in very good shape, a Sealy mattress. There's some speakers in there. There's some electronics. There's a stereo. There's VCRs and DVD players. There's an ab lounger in there.
Did you get that ab lounger out, or is it still in there?
No, it's still in there. I should have loaded more pictures up there than what I had. But I am going to list that unit. I need to get it just cleaned out. I don't want to deal with all of that other kind of furniture stuff that's in there. And I think I'm going to put it up. Oh, there's the ducks, the foul. There's Brian's calling foul as well. I think I'm going to put that unit up. It's like a 5x10 for, I haven't decided yet, 50 to $100. Just to move it along. Get it, because we searched through it. Chris and I pulled all of that stuff out of there, in that unit, and took out some good stuff. What, I got a TV set. What else did we pull out of there?
You didn't even use the one item I thought you'd use from that unit.
Which one is it?
The PlayStation.
Oh, yeah, because I don't have a PlayStation game. I need to go like to the thrift store and just buy a PlayStation game. I have PlayStation 2, 3, 4. I have GameCube. I have Wii. I have Xbox. I have everything but an original PlayStation game, because I want to be able to test it. And there wasn't one in the unit.
Yeah.
So Yeah, that would have been a good one. I also found, you remember, Chris, and I forget which unit was in, that we found something electronic. Well, it might have been in that unit that was, there was a blue duffel bag that had like a bunch of cords and stuff in it. You're like, oh, we should
Yeah.
probably take this in case it has the cords. I had dumped that out yesterday, and started to look through it. There's a Sony digital camera in there. There's
Huh.
a small Samsung camcorder, like a little handheld little dude. There was like a TV antenna thing. There was a massage, a heated massage thing, a
That's why you got
bunch
to
of
go through
stuff down in
everything.
the bottom of that bag. Yeah. And so,
Like that watch
shameless
that
plug. Go ahead.
I sold yesterday or 2 days ago for $400 came out of a storage unit, just in a random box of stuff. You got
That's,
to go through everything with storage units.
yeah, there's another box. Yeah, that's what I've been trying to go through those pretty thoroughly to try to see what's there before I just dump the trash out.
Yeah.
There we go. Jack's Treasures weighing in with the shameless plug. His
Just tell them
Thursday
to send
sale,
you
PS1 random poll starting at $1.
tell them to send you one of the crappiest ones, and you won't have to pay any fees on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell
I
them to send
just
you one of the like NFL games, or I can probably find one I can send you. Like one of those NFL game day that's worth like $2. You'd lose money if you sell it on eBay.
Yeah, exactly. Raz is working. He's got 3 or 4 verses left. Beef ravioli. Oh, okay. Beef raviolis. Kim said she has one. She has a PS1 game. Let's see here. I want to take a look at. Oh yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Patrick Murphy eating the beef ravioli straight out of the can for lunch. I like it. No heating required. You don't have to clean up a dish. You don't have to do anything. So okay. Yeah, of course she has one. All you got to do is name it. Oh, so Chris, we ended up getting a pack and play. I
Great.
told that story about the pack and play. Guess who we got it from? Kim T.
Somebody. Oh, it's Kim.
Yeah, Kim T. Man, I should have some raviolis now. I have that. I should have that for lunch. I don't know
Have
what
you
I'm gonna
figured out how
eat.
to open it and close it?
Open and close what?
The pack and play.
Oh no, I haven't done anything with it. It's in the garage. I
Well,
had
who
a
knows? You might wind up breaking it if he goes like the last one did.
yeah, the Hello Kitty. I told that
Yeah,
story on the podcast
I know.
this week. Okay, so Chris, we have 10 items. 10 items listed. What did your soon as your internet comes back up and you can get yours
Doesn't look like it's sold yet.
listed. But yeah, it was cool. It was good to get back into the swing of things of listing some stuff on eBay. And as I was trying to pick through the items, it's like, man, I got all this like stuff. Oh, I was gonna show. Here's something that I'm not listing against you, but that I'm going to be listing. How about this? Rainbow Bright Lounge Fly backpack. The rainbow stripes. Brand new. That came from Jill. I forget what she said. Jill, do you remember what those were? What those were running?
Yeah, I've only found one lounge fly in my whole history, and it was actually in a free storage unit that no one bid on it because everybody thought it had junk, and it wound up having a Winnie the Pooh lounge fly in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
And
sold for
how
like
about this?
$70.
How about this mini? Minnie Mouse, Loungefly, hard tag,
You putting those on
backpack in the
eBay or
blue. I'm
are you
going
put?
to list these probably on eBay. Some of the stuff that we do on I don't know. Well, I'm gonna have to see. I might put some of that. I might do a whatnot. I should do a whatnot show right after yours, Chris. You can raid into me.
I
I
don't
think I'm
think
gonna do.
you're not gonna get much from me. I'm not gonna have anybody watching, so I don't think you really want to rely on that as your way of getting people in.
I think I'm gonna do a pop up Disney show maybe later today, probably this evening, sort of thing. We had done the Disney raid train on Sunday. Last one sold for $80 of the Rainbow Bright.
That's nice. Yeah, I think I've got 9
And
people that bookmarked the whatnot show. So, and
okay.
half of those aren't even going to show up because those people don't actually
Or
get their notifications that fast.
or they bookmarked them like during this show when we threw the link up there.
Well, I think
Hopefully
only
that
one.
happened.
I think that only happened with one person, maybe. Because it was at 8 before we started. Now it's at 9,
Okay.
and it was probably Brian or Tracy, whichever one of them's typing.
So yeah, I'm probably gonna list those lounge flies. I got some others out there that Jill had got. Either she won them and whatnot shows, or she got them for like really cheap.
Yeah.
It was Brian that uh yeah, and Jill says you scheduled it on while she was working on purpose so that she couldn't be in there. And all right, okay, we're gonna wrap this up. So everybody check, follow me, SSK Promo, follow Chris Cajun Reseller on Instagram, and we'll be updating any sales that we have on any of
Hopefully,
these items throughout the
hopefully we'll
week.
have at least a couple.
Well, that Silent Hill will be gone like
Well, depends on what
instantly.
I mean. Depends on if I put it at $120. Yeah, but I put it at like 150, so it might take a little
Okay.
bit of time.
Are you going to take
But
an offer? Are you taking offers though?
depends on what the offer is.
Okay. Well, I mean, but you have it set up that you would take an offer. I
Oh,
mean, if
I
somebody
always
came
take
in
off.
at, 130, something like that, you would.
I always take offers. I don't want to hold on to it forever.
Yeah, I usually do
I
that
do have
as
I do
well.
have auto decline on, but it's usually for at least like $20 or $30 less. I'm not gonna take $5 on Silent Hill. Obviously, I'm not even gonna
Yeah.
entertain that. I just put automatically decline under like 120 or something. But yeah,
Yeah. Patrick, he got Silent Hill 2 for what? PlayStation
2.
for which for the PlayStation 2.
Yeah,
Um
that.
with the manual, disc is
Yep.
in very good shape for 75 cents. He picked that up at a sale during the Route 30 sales.
Yep.
And so,
Can't beat that
yeah,
unless you get it
that's going to go pretty quick.
for free. Like this guy was free, so you technically can beat it because you got him for free. But
Yeah.
I didn't actually use that Lego manual, but I did list the Lego manual for like $60. The one that I got for free in a free bin.
I'm
And
looking here. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah,
what are you looking at?
I'm looking at all the stuff that I listed today. I have basically $10. I have $10 buy cost in all of that stuff. Let me see. I need to search start date. Oh, that's why that was that way. Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna do some math here real quick. Chris, entertain the people. Tell them what you got coming up. Tell them what's going on while I
Well, we
do
already
this,
talked
and then
about
we'll get the show ended.
I have a whatnot coming up today at 3 my time, 4 Eastern. We'll see how it goes. I got some graphic tees for that. If anybody likes whoever this is, Tupac maybe. But yeah,
I do not know who that is.
and other random graphic tees as well. I think this one's My Hero Academia.
Oh
I think
yeah,
that's what that means. I've heard of the show. I've never seen it or watched or anything.
yeah.
I've heard the stuff. I think that's what that is. No, this is Jujutsu Kaisen. Whatever the heck that
Okay.
is. Jujutsu Kaisen is what this is. It came out of one of the storage units I got recently. Had some random anime stuff in it. Actually, I think it's the one I got right before I left to go up to the highway sales. I didn't really get a
Okay.
chance to look through it very well. And I've entered like a. Do you ever have any like kids consignment sales in your area that you know of?
Consignment sales?
Yeah, well, basically, you enter your items into a database, and they sell the items for you at their sale. You get 65% of what you sell. The way I use it to sell stuff, and I also use it to source. So I go there. I bought stuff there before. I bought
Okay.
a Lego figure I sold for $500 from that sale before, and I also actually get paid. Well, it's not. I get paid $10 an hour to work the sale as well. So
Oh,
make a little bit
hey,
of money on the side
can't
as
beat
well.
that.
So I've entered like 120 items that have come out of storage units into that database. So that's what I've been doing lately as well. I could put some of that stuff on Whatnot. Actually, some of the stuff I'm probably putting on Whatnot as well. If it doesn't sell Whatnot, then I'll change it and put it at that sale probably.
Yeah.
Because it's probably not going to sell on Whatnot unless we'll see. In the past, whenever I did my
Huh.
Whatnot show, the one Whatnot show I did was in June of 2022, I believe. And
Okay.
I don't think any of the people that bought from me are even still on Whatnot anymore,
Oh,
except for
really?
maybe Jen's Multiverse, because it was Kayla, Erin Rebel Junk. She's on that other like knickknack site now.
Yeah.
Misha Renee, she's not really. I don't think she's on. I've never seen her on Whatnot. Lady Luck Junk, I don't think she's on Whatnot anymore. So all those
Yeah.
people are none of them. I haven't seen any of them do anything on Whatnot in a long time. So
Yeah, I haven't seen any of them. Raz wants to know if that shirt was before Tupac became half pack, other than Tupac, half pack.
I have no idea.
Uh, and
I
they
think
have
it's a
those kind of sales all the time in Jack's area or
modern
Brian's
shirt.
area. Was that a Ramstein shirt? Did
Which
you have a
one?
Ramstein shirt? I
I
don't
don't
know,
think so.
the one that was Ramstein.
I don't. Which one is? Who's Ramsey? Are we asking about this one? Because
There,
Jujutsu Kaisen is a completely different things.
I miss
I
Misha.
don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
I've seen her on
Yeah.
Instagram every once in a while. The only two shirts I
Well,
showed were Jujutsu Kaisen, if that's even how you say it, and Tupac.
okay. So yeah,
I
it
got
must not have been
I got to
Ramstein.
use this kit. Well, I guess on Whatnot you turn it the other way, right? So it's not going to be sideways; it's going to be up and down on Whatnot. So maybe it'll be easier to show the items on Whatnot than it is on here.
Yeah. Um.
Hopefully my internet works. Otherwise, I'm using my phone the whole time. That won't be
Yeah.
fun if I have to use my phone.
That's like Brian had said. You've been in the chats and hanging around the last couple weeks. That'll help. You know, at least people might see some name recognition when your
Well,
show
yeah,
starts.
I think I have like 300 something followers and 23 sales. I've only done one sale on Whatnot. And it didn't. All I did was beanie
And
boots. I
it
think that was my
didn't.
mistake. Was just limiting it to beanie boots. This time I'm putting. I got video games. I got shirts,
Yeah,
home decor, stuffed animals. I'm doing a variety of things. So we'll see how it goes.
that's cool. Yeah, I'll be if you actually decide to push the button and have
But
the
yeah,
sale
that's the debate.
this
Yeah. What?
afternoon,
How late is it
I'll
right
be
now?
checking in. Jill said she's canceling clients to be there.
I hope not. It's
So
not gonna be.
just to
It's not
finish
gonna be
up
worth your while.
my math there, uh not from everybody lists stuff and does stuff all the time, but that the listings that I did today, I basically had a $10 buy cost because I paid for the cookie jar and the catchphrase and the camera,
Camera.
and that was it. So about $10 and listed pricing anyway, without fees and without offers and all. Listing prices is $1,328 for the stuff. So of course
Not bad for. It's
half
the
of that
drum
is that
carter.
drum carter. Yeah, yeah. If I didn't have that. So All right, Chris. Thank you, my friend. It was great. You know, I kid and I goof with Chris, but it was great spending time with you here a couple weeks ago for the week. Going to the sales, it's always fun. You know, finding cool stuff, learning about stuff. You know, Chris will pick things up, and I'm like, oh, okay, why did you get that? Why would you pick that stuff up? He never said that once about any of the things that I picked up. Um,
I'm
but
sure I did.
Practice your ping pong. I'll practice my
Disc
disc
golf.
golf, and we'll get together again sometime soon. So everyone in the chat, thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate it very much. Check our IGs. Check the show next week. We will see who won, and we will catch you next week on what is this show? Ken versus 10. I almost said on the Reseller Clickbait podcast, but it's Ken versus 10.
It's behind you.
So,
It says Ken versus 10 right behind you.
oh, what happened to you? You popped in and about that. Goodbye.